I'm Eddy Lear. I come from Gauteng, living near Johannesburg in the Midvaal area, and I have been keeping bees since 1981, so I've kept them for a long time. I was very interested in exhibiting honey in the Rand show, and when it was still at Milner Park, I was able to get my first lots of honey in to be judged, and I then went through the process from then until the mid-90s when I became a honey judge. And at the same time, during the early 90s, I had mead legalized in the country, and in that process I learned all about mead, and it came about that about 96 when the mead was registered and totally now legal for everyone to make with all the regulations in place. That's when I became a mead judge as well. So the two disciplines as such came together. I've been judging honey this morning. This is known as the medium class over here. Unfortunately, the big problem that I've found is that the people that in their presentation haven't presented to me a class product. Their bottles might look nice in this light, but I found flaws of dirt and fingerprints and things on the glass. Then the beekeeper has been very hasty to actually get the honey into the jar and hasn't allowed it to settle out, so I'm finding bubbles in the honey. I am finding bits of wax and other particulate which sometimes gets in. It may not ever be recognized in a shop environment because it's not the honey that's in a shop is not evaluated or judged, and people don't worry about it. But for when it comes to competition, that's where we take points off for that kind of thing. So that's the medium. And then on this side we have the dark, where I think, if I remember correctly, the dark had even more discrepancies within the actual honey, inconsistent filling, so there's a level there. That one is much higher than that, so they lose points for that, and the same with this one. It's much lower than that one there, so they didn't get their consistency in filling the bottle, so they lose points for that. That's a very dark honey there. Show you how dark it is. So with light, you cannot, there's hardly any light coming through, it's so dark. Whereas this one here is a reddish tinge going through it. It's quite nice that you can see. All right, I pick up a lot of the flaws that are found in when doing the presentation for judging. I find because of the torch, it shines it up and picks it up. So when you come to prepare something, you actually need to just go around it yourself with a torch, just to pick up all those things. There's a difference between soft set and creamed honey. Soft set is a honey that when you agitate it, it becomes like butter and almost like melts. Then the normal hard set granulated honey, it's large crystals and it's just bound together. Creamed honey, if you put it on its side, it should flow. I don't know whether any of these will do it, but I'll see if it will. So that is more or less what I would call a soft set. It's not flowing. This one, which was supposed to be a granulated set honey, is a soft set. It's actually like a creamed honey, it's flowing. So it lost points because it's in the wrong category, basically. Frame of comb honey, and the way we judge here is we look for bits of, the bees are very specialist in filling the comb. They will fill it with the same source all the time, the one single cell. But sometimes one of the bees will find another source of nectar and they will put it in. And if you have a look here, you'll see there's a slightly different color in the honey there, and that shows that it's a different nectar source to the predominant source here. When it comes to a frame, what we judge on is the externals. There shouldn't be gaps between the comb and the woodwork. The woodwork should be clean of any propolis. Propolis is a sticky substance that the bees bring into the hive to glue everything together. That should be cleaned off your frames. You'll lose points for that. Then the cut comb, so they cut it. They'll lose points for the type of container that it's in, and also the honey that has run out. They should allow the comb to dry before putting it into the container for competition. So they need to take heed of that. Also, when they cut it, they should actually make sure that it's clean cut and remove any little bits and pieces.